Hey, what's up? What's going on? Uh, J4Tfoy here. Doing a little test run of this game, Destruction Derby 2 for PlayStation 1. I'm not sure how well this preview is going to play back. It seems like it's clipping and losing frames and such. If I recall correctly, it was a good 18 minutes long. Yeah, it is. So I'm surprised I'm able to play it back. Usually anytime I try to play this stuff back, it lags and it's very terrible playback. For this particular game, I've actually been, as like a little side story, I'm getting sidetracked, I suppose. I've been trying to figure out how to record PlayStation 1 games. Usually I cannot play PlayStation 1 games. Well, record PlayStation 1 games. I can play them, I can't record them. Obviously, I didn't have enough characters because I was going to go for Poopy Pants. It really didn't give me enough characters for that. That's even where the video is at right now, because I did notice it dropped a couple frames, and it's not too keen on that. Not too good at keeping up on that. So I don't know, I might be lagging behind where I am, I might be ahead of where I am, I don't know where I am. But, you know, I wanted to try to test record stuff. This isn't really my favorable way to go with recording PlayStation 1 games, though. I'd rather play the PlayStation 1 games on an actual PlayStation 1 or maybe even a PlayStation 2. Generally, backwards compatibility, emulation of preceding consoles are very spotty and very shitty. They're not always best. Like, sometimes it's like, you know, it's decent, and sometimes it's just really crappy. And at the playback stage I'm at right now, I'm able to see, you know, what's going on. I'm racing right now, and I started off in first place, but that didn't last very long at all. I don't even know why I traded for this game. I am a fan of racing games. However, you know, I prefer to keep anything that requires me to concentrate, or just have a decent amount of concentration, or, you know, perform at least moderately decent, where I do have to concentrate, in case I have to, you know, have some precision driving, some precision. Well, I'm not very good at fighters, but I generally like to have some concentration when playing some sort of fighter. For example, like anything I'm doing with fighting, I'm going to do all post-commentary. This one is post-commentary. Mostly because I was doing this to test, to see if it worked, and to see if because I'm recording this by playing it on a PlayStation 3. Now, if I tried to play it on a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2, it would not record. But it did record with a PlayStation 3. Now, I don't know if the final output will be dropping frames or what. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. But, you know, I did do this as a test run more than anything. So, yeah, whatever terrible performance, you know, I think I did okay. And I always do better the more I memorize a certain race. This one's not too hard at all. It's just pretty much a big giant oval, if I remember correctly. Nothing spectacular or big about that. No, it's not a big oval. I forget what it is, but it's not just a big oval. It's something to it, and there goes my terrible driving. And I'm back in 20th position. I remember playing the first Destruction Derby, and you would just take hits, like, you know, any type of hits you would take would just fuck you up. And it was rare that I was able to finish any races in the first Destruction Derby. But I did have fun playing it. And it did pick my interest further later on in other racing games. Like I played the shit out of Flat Out, and that's a game like this where there's high amounts of destruction and, you know, where it's all kinds of fucked up. And Flat Out 2 is cool. Whatever you would destroy when you... Whoa, there's not very cool. Just landed on my hood. That's great. Well, yeah. So... But, you know, I don't even know why I traded for this game. I forgot what I traded for it. It was like when I was still new to GameTradingZone.com. I still don't have an idea of the exact value of all my games or what I wanted, but I was like, oh hey, it's one of my first trades, and let's work out a trade. I really should have held out because I think what I traded him was I could have gotten definitely a better item out of it. However, I think whatever trade offers I did send at that time ended up getting denied for that specific item. So at that point, it was like nobody was interested in what I was trying to trade offer, and I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And then somebody just sent me a trade offer. Like I forget what it was. Maybe they sent me some other item, or I don't remember what the offer was. But I was like, okay, I'll take this, and I think I got like 1 or 2 other items out of it. But I really probably should have just held out, and I could have. My first couple trades, I was just all anxious to trade stuff. I wasn't too picky about what I wanted to trade, so I ended up getting this. So my expectations when I first started GameTradingZone.com were very, very low. I think I undercut myself. I do undercut myself still a lot on several things, I'm pretty sure. I mean, sometimes I'm just being generous when I send an offer where I undercut myself, and other times it's like I could have definitely offered them more. I mean, sometimes I'll overshoot where I'm lowballing people, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Generally on GameTradingZone.com, though, I usually try to send them an equal value of a trade. That doesn't always pan out well either, though. Like, it can be like right down to pennies of my estimated value. Like, I won't always go for the top values or the lowest values. I'll try to shoot for like a medium value of whatever they're selling for. Usually I'll reference like Amazon.com or something. And even then I'll like end up lowballing myself at times. Oh, there goes one of my buddies that are on there is signing on. I should actually check into seeing if I can have the notifications turned off when I'm playing a game on PlayStation 3. And, you know, make sure, you know, so it doesn't break whatever's going on. But generally I find it's not really intrusive. Like, oh, somebody signed on. Okay, good, whatever. Let's get back into the fucking game. And I'm doing pretty fucking terrible as far as my racing goes. But usually after playing whatever game often enough, or memorizing whatever track, then I can usually, like, go right through it, like fly right through whatever race. I'm not sure if this game offers upgrades or anything. It doesn't really matter. I figure, you know what, I want to put this game up available. I'm not really interested in playing it now. I really, like I said, I really don't know why I went for it. I guess to say, oh, I played it, I guess. It's disc only, which I still don't really know why I went for it. It's not really worth anything. I could have gotten a whole lot more for it, honestly. Whatever I traded this person, I'm pretty sure I could have got a whole lot more. And I really hope it wasn't Resident Evil 4, because then I definitely could have got a whole lot more for it. I didn't trade this game alone, though. I'm pretty sure I traded it with other items, you know, that I got out of it. But, you know, I could have definitely been a little bit more picky at that time. I'm very picky now, even more picky than I was back then. Because, you know, I've come to the realization that as I'm older, I really don't have the time or patience to play everything I would like to. So, I really just end up trying to stick to what I think I can play, what I'm truly interested in playing, and that I don't have anything other than less than plans to play the damn game and play through it and finish it and complete it and all that good stuff. So, But now I'm just more interested in playing a game I am certain that I can play through, that I can finish, or that I hope I can finish, because I really don't acquire games anymore that I don't have the intention of playing. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's going to be in the final output or if that's going to happen there, but it like kind of froze frames for a moment there. So I don't know if that's how it ended up recording, if that's what the output is going to be or what. But I mentioned mostly to test to see if I was able to play PlayStation 1 games. I really don't want to play PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation 3. Namely because I might want to cheat. Especially for games I've left unfinished. You know, since before I got into YouTube. I'd like to actually finish them and actually just put the footage up on my channel. Because I have several games that are unfinished for the PlayStation. I got Xenogears. I have... I never really got far into Brave Fencer Musashi. But at the point I'm at... Yeah, I didn't really get far in that at all. So I'm pretty sure if I play Brave Fencer Musashi, I'm going to start from the beginning. Xenogears, I'm a decent amount of time into it. I want to say maybe about halfway through the first disc. I could be more, it could be less. I don't remember at this point. I'm trying to think. Legend of Legaia, Final Fantasy IX. I'm trying to think of what else on PlayStation that I have left undone that's incomplete. I know there's a couple games. I can't remember what those couple games are at this point. I think there's one or two more than what I did mention, though. I can't remember them off the top of my head, though. I don't care to look them up either. I have the time to look it up, though. Let's see. So I do have everything, like, listed here on my Game Trading Zone, whether it's in my collection, whether it's available, and whether it's available for trade. Or what I'm looking to get a hold of. Something like that. But you know, I'm always looking for a good trading. Like I'm always talking about Game Trading Zone. Check out my check out my wanted list. And check my available stash mainly. If you're interested in something, shoot me an offer. And you know, if I'm gonna sell something, generally I want it to be worth selling and shipping. Let's see what else I have on incomplete. I do have several games I think that I do want to finish as well. Actually, for PlayStation 2, I have at least 3 games off the top of my head, and it's Dark Cloud 2, Final Fantasy. Is it X2? I'm pretty sure it's X2. I never even played through the first one. Even though I have it. Let's see, what else on the PlayStation? I'm not really sure of anything off the top of my head I've unfinished, though. Anything other than that? Oh yeah, Star Ocean, the second story. Oh, I guess I was pretty spot on as far as which games I have left on to finish. But anyway, for the RPGs there, like I've said, I feel like I've really grown out of RPGs. I really just don't have the patience for it anymore. I'm going to attribute a portion of that to my time in playing World of Warcraft. Because I put way too many hours in World of Warcraft, and I found, since I got out of it, I really have difficulty, you know, having patience for an RPG. Like, for example, I've been working on, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for about a year. Maybe more than a year, maybe less than a year. About a fucking year. And I've finished the main story part of the game, and now all I really have to do is like the last little unimportant portion of it, and I'm done with it. But I just have difficulty getting into it. Maybe it's just like the tactics games. Like the strategy tactical games. Maybe I'm just not feeling that, because I've really just had a hard time picking it up and just playing it. And I haven't played any other RPG games just for the fact I just want to only work on one RPG at a time. Because the reason I haven't finished any of the other RPGs I mentioned I've left unfinished for PlayStation 1, you know, is because I end up playing more than one RPG at a time, and I just get more into one than the other, and then, like, get bored or burnt out and not come back to the other one. So what I've ended up doing, if I'm going to play something like that for my channel, I'm going to leave that as the one RPG game I am playing for my channel, and then I'm going to play, you know, whatever else. I'm going to play an action game, an adventure game, a whatever game, and, you know, all that good stuff. So I marked my audio recording to stop recording, you know, at 18 minutes, 30 seconds or whatever. I think it's less than 30 seconds, my actual thing, though. Should have looked into that. Oh, 28 seconds. So I'm going to have to shut up around 18 minutes and 25 seconds and whatnot. So, yeah, but when I can figure out recording PlayStation 1 from a PlayStation 1 or from a PlayStation 2, because I can actually use the cheat devices on a PlayStation 2, but I cannot use them on a PlayStation 3. Even if I can, I'm not sure I'd want to. It just feels like it'd be a little awkward, if that makes sense. That and it's more of a pain in the ass to edit anything I record with the PlayStation 3. So I'd rather just record it from a PlayStation 1 or 2. And I want to use cheat devices, especially for the ones I've left unfinished for PlayStation 1. Not because I'm sucking at the game, but because I just want to finish them and get them over with and get them done with and not waste any more time on them than is necessary. And just to get them, you know, just move on to something else and have them done and over with, because they have been left undone and unplayed for about 5 years now. Like, for example, like Grand Theft Auto, I hadn't played it since Christmas Eve 2005, and I finally picked it up earlier this year over the summer and finished it. And I didn't cheat at it, but I you know, I actually did focus a lot more on finishing the damn game though. There's a couple games I have cheated on though, and I should probably put forewarnings and disclaimers in there, but you know, whatever. Usually I put some sort of warning somewhere. Oh, it looks like I'm almost running out of time here. So, I think I covered the points I wanted to, but this is available for trade and sell on my GameTradingZone.com. You know, if you are interested in it, definitely check it out. See if we can work something out. I'd rather just trade this with something else, because this alone worth shipping is not worth it at all. So it'd be better to just, you know, ship it with something else. I would have kept playing it past this point. I just didn't want to chop it up into multiple videos. I wasn't sure how long that little series went on for, but I'm going to shut up.